today? Are you guys feeling good on this Hump Thursday? What is going on, guys? Are you guys watching the Hex conference? Are you guys tuning in? Are you guys boycotting it because you don't like the founder of the Hex conference? You don't have to like the guy who puts it on to go and watch it. You just got to like Hex. That's my opinion. There's my daughter peeking in as she always does. But this is the DeFi Crypto Alliance show where we're doing our best to bridge the gap between our entrepreneurial friends and the crypto community, aka you guys. And we are using cryptocurrency as a wealth creation tool and using real estate, business and merger acquisitions, oil and gas, real world assets as a wealth preservation tool, all while not paying three-letter agencies any taxes. Yeah, go. And we are, really stepping the game up this year of 2025, even amongst the FUD, diamond handing, still DCAing. I mean, this whole DOJ, dumping $6 billion of Bitcoin. I mean, Michael Saylor buys that much, I feel like, every other month. It's ridiculous. And so, all the FUD going around about the DOJ dumping their Bitcoin. Yes, would it create a dip? Would it create some shorts to be liquidated? Yeah, of course, right? I think it's more just market cycle FUD. Pre-inauguration FUD. If you guys go back and look at the charts of the 4-year cycle right before inauguration, there's always this dip going right into the inauguration. And we have another, today's the 9th. And so we have to the 20th. And so, 11 more days of people FUDding crypto markets as much as they possibly can. And to me, it's just a way for bigger money, aka BlackRock, aka JP Morgan, Chase, Fidelity, all these guys who understand and see the greater picture of this asset class, bigger money to come in and scoop up the lows, scoop up your crypto before stuff really starts to take off. That's all I think that is. Other interesting funny talking points today is the whole Charles Hawkinson thing and him commenting on the Pulse Chain community and his thoughts about our cult. Guys, who really gives a effing shit? Seriously, we have to stop caring about, and this is an entrepreneurial mindset. You can't care about what other people think about you. You can't. When, I became an entrepreneur, it was tough because a lot of your friends are crazy because you're quitting your job. You're going out and you're creating this business. And they look at you and tell you, oh, you're never going to make it. You're going to fail. Why are you doing this? You're crazy. And you see this, and every entrepreneur goes to this part of his journey. They lose their friends. They lose family members because they have to get in a mindset where they don't give a shit about what other people think about them. This is the exact same thing. This is it. Don't give a shit about what Charles Hawkinson has to say from the Cardano community about Pulse Chain. Who gives a shit? I didn't even watch the video he put out. I just saw all the comments on Twitter and people freaking out about it. I'm like, oh my God, why do you even care about what he thinks? You should never care about what people think about you or your investments or what you're doing for you and your family to go out there and create wealth. Who cares, right? And yeah, so you might be holding Cardano. Okay, so what? You could hold both of them. And the founders don't have to like each other. That's another, who cares, right? I just don't understand this. People freaking out over, Charles and his thought process and his podcast that he did. And I know he had some information that was incorrect about the the case with the SEC. He was calling it criminal and it's civil. We all know that. Like, we all know that. Who gives a shit what he thinks? If he thinks it's criminal, whatever. Like, who cares? I just don't get it. Don't give a shit, guys, about what other people think about you. You just do you. Just do you. Like, and this is in the real world, and in our virtual world too. Over here in crypto land, you just don't give a shit. That's it. Okay? Like that's the way you should be living your life. If you care about what other people think about you, you will never be successful. You will never be successful. I don't care in the real world or in the crypto world. If you care about what other people think in the crypto world, you're going to be fudded out of your bags. You're going to be cheating. You're going to be toxic with all the FUDsters, and you're going to buy right into all the BS on Twitter and everybody who is there self-sabotaging. We talked about this multiple times in the last week. Even at the Hex conference, we talked about it, how they self-sabotage their success. Okay? And you don't want to be part of that group. So, like, who effing cares about Charles? That's it, guys. That's it. Who cares? I don't. I don't give two shits rat's ass about that guy when he thinks. I don't even own any Cardano. So it's like, and even if I did, it wouldn't matter. And if I did own Cardano, what he thinks about Richard wouldn't make me jeet Cardano because there would be a reason why I was holding it, right? And vice versa. If he thinks something bad about Richard, I'm not going to jeet Pulse because he's over there talking crap. Like, whatever. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Stop caring about what other people think about you. You do you. You go out there, crush it. You go out there and have success. You have a family to feed. You got yourself, right, to care for and to love for and to have the abundance for. It's what it's all about. God in the universe puts you here for abundance. And if you care about what other people, small-minded people think about you, you will never have success. Period. Right? You'll end up self-sabotaging yourself and, cheating your bags at the bottom. And I feel very strongly we are at a local bottom. I got proof. Let me show you the proof. It's the proof that I show every day on the show. That's why you guys come and watch me, because we like the secret chart. Nobody shows this chart except for maybe like Axis and Pip Sniper and a couple other, my favorite, Hans. Hans is my favorite TA guy in our community. I love Hans because Hans doesn't give a shit what you guys think about him either. No one, he don't care about what anyone thinks about him. He just does him. And I love that attitude about Hans. And that's also why Hans is successful in this space, because he doesn't give a shit about what anyone says about him. Okay, so keep that in mind as you're going through your crypto journey. That's the mindset you got to have as an investor. It's the mindset you got to have as an entrepreneur. It's the mindset you got to have success in life, period. Okay, but this right here, the secret chart, Pulse measured against ETH. Look at this. We are holding this bottom here, the capitulation bottom of Ethereum when we had the SEC FUD that we were in months in. We are holding that level just fine. Let's even put it on the candles. Look at that, guys. Come on. This is on the weekly. Did any of you guys catch this little wick down here? Man, that would have been a nice wick to catch on some of that capitulation there, but it looks like we are finding a bottom in these levels. I mean, come on, guys. This is, I don't know what else other evidence you need. We need Ethereum to catch a bid. It's really what we need. Ethereum just hovering out where we're at right now. But historically, Ethereum doesn't really start going parabolic to after inauguration. I mean, even freaking Donald Trump is buying Ethereum. He owns personally, not, with the whole, we're going to buy Bitcoin and put it to the, we're going to use it to pay off the government debt and all this thing. But personally, he owns more Ethereum than he does Bitcoin. Let that sink in for a minute. Donald Trump owns more Ethereum and he does Bitcoin. He's been accumulating Ethereum in these lows, which big money, that's a great bet. That's a great way to play in this space. If you're coming in with multiple millions of dollars, ETH is a great asset for that, in my opinion. So we're holding the levels, guys. I don't know what else you need as far as proof. I like what I see on the secret chart. And we'll just, play the game as we're moving along, but just don't care about what other people think. That was really what I wanted to come on and talk about today. Very important. Also, the FUD about Bitcoin. Man, guys, this is just right on cue with the market cycle. Take a step back, look at previous cycles, see where we're at in the cycle, and you'll be like, oh, okay, this is just part of the game. I saw one of the big crypto influencers using the Bitcoin going to zero and like the crypto market cycle is over in his show today. It's great for clickbait. That's great for clickbait, get the views, man. So I try to add a little bit to my title. We'll see how many views my show gets today, but it's quite the opposite, right? So we'll see also how many people show up today. I'm streaming a little bit late. Had a meeting I had to attend to before the show, and it went a little bit longer than I anticipated. And so, but I still wanted to come in and, beat the drum, scream through the loudest megaphone and pulse chain about some of the best assets that we know and love, and tell you guys, quit giving a shit about what people think about you. Okay? Quit. Very important for your success, for your mental stability, for you to crush it in life, for you to feed your family, for you to be on this wealth creation journey, aka into the wealth preservation, which we're getting close to, guys. This is the year 2025. So, and on another note, I hope you guys are still tuning into the Hex Conference. Once again, whether you like them or not, I don't care. Like I saw Mr. David Feeder, he put out a video, very justifiable video about a lot of people at the Hex Conference. He didn't like the idea that some of the guys were shilling Alti. I was one of the guys who was buying into Alti. It ended up collapsing. Completely my fault. I take full responsibility for any decisions I make in crypto. Lost about 10 racks there. It sucks. Mistakes will be made. And I got to own up to those mistakes. And I do. I completely do. So, but at the same time, I'm not going to go, for me, I'm not going to go and not watch the influencers I do love and the content that I do love over in the Hex Conference, because I love Hex, right? I really love Hex. It's the biggest position of my portfolio. I think it's going to do amazing this market cycle. I like the fact that Matty Allen keeps the Hex Conference going. This is the 5th year. And so I will be speaking at it again tonight. If you guys want to come and tune in, I speak 9 o'clock Arizona time, which would be 11 o'clock EST. And tonight I'm just on a panel. There's 9 of us on this panel. It should be a lot of fun. Even Crypto Coffee, one of my fellow Puerto Rico brothers, will be on there. So it'll be fun to be on there with Coffee. I hang out with him once in a while over in Puerto Rico. We go to the Cava Bar and we onboard locals. We have what's called Crypto Thursdays over at the Cava Bar, and we just hang out there. I bring my crypto laptop sometimes, and we try to educate and inform people about DeFi. We let them know about Pulse Chain, of course, right? Like this is the best place to be in DeFi, in my opinion. But we also educate them about Bitcoin, Ethereum, crypto as a whole, right? The whole ethos of why it's created, and we onboard them. Some of them don't have a lot of money, and that's fine. And some do. And so it's been an absolute blast. And he comes over there and participates, which is a lot of fun. So he's always giving back to the community. I really irks me when I see people flooding Crypto Coffee, because man, he is like one of the biggest go-givers and guys out there pumping our bags in our community. He's also got one of the biggest shows. So it's I support Coffee 120% and always will. So 81 of you guys watching, 55 of you on Twitter. Give me a retweet if you can. to help spread the good word of wealth creation and wealth preservation all throughout the Pulsion community. 24 of you guys over on YouTube. Smash the likes, hit the subscribe. I go and I look at the statistics. I see 50% of you guys who watch my show are not subscribed, which is absolutely crazy. Just hit the bell notification. I promise not to flood your inbox with videos like Sami does, although I like Sami's videos. But, you know, I don't stream a whole lot. Like once a day during the week is what I try to get a stream in, and sometimes not even that. So, yeah, help the algorithm, send us to the moon, and let's check in with you guys, see how everyone is doing. Crypto compassion. Let's get loud. Absolutely, man. Scream at the top of your lungs to the megaphone. Let everybody know and tell people stop giving a shit what they think about you, us, our ecosystem. Who cares? Like Charles is not going to buy our assets and pump our bags. Like it's just not what he's going to do. He's Cardano. He's the founder of Cardano. And so, like, of course, he's not going to have nice things to say about us in our assets. And that's fine, whatever, man. Like, I don't give a shit. Do what you want to do. He needs to do him, right? And so, yeah. Crypto compassion, we need to sometime link up and I'll come over and on the shit show that you got over there and you talk the good word over there, man. I love what you're doing over there. Red Squirrel, oi, oi. Hey, you doing, my man? I'm waiting for the euphoric moment in Hong Kong, man. That's going to be a lot of fun. Oi, oi, fam. That's right. Hey, wait, man. Crypto compassion beat you. If you're not first, you're last. Man, Red Squirrel is usually first in all the streams I go to, and I don't know how he does it. Steve D, big hello from Seattle. Hope everyone is having a great day. Man, I love Seattle. I've been there a couple times. It's beautiful out there. Washington's a great state. Lost in the family around you all your stream. Lost in the family around you all your stream. Not quite certain what you're trying to say there. Maybe it's because it's early in the morning for me. Had a chance to DCA again this week. Let's go, man. This is the opportunity, I think. Once again, guys, this is not financial advice. I'm just a dude in the internet who speculates on his own money. I also like to speculate on my own mindset and let you guys know how I carry myself through this crypto journey. So hopefully it adds some value, to give you a framework on how you should think through this crypto journey, and you should be positioning yourself mentally to think like an entrepreneur throughout this crypto journey, because being an investor or an entrepreneur is almost the exact same thing. It's the exact same. And so you have to do the exact same thing mentally, spiritually, even physically, right? Like, because I believe that, you know, in this life, we have the most important thing to do for us and our family and our loved ones is create experiences and memories. And the only way we can do that is have our health, right, and wealth. That's the only way we're going to create those memories and experiences with our loved ones throughout this entire life. And I plan on living to be 150. That sounds crazy, but I'm doing it, man. I am doing it, and I'm going to create a crap ton of wealth all throughout that journey. And I'm going to see my daughter's grandkids. That is the goal. 5-minute chart. I didn't even take what he said as that bad. I didn't even watch it, man. And like, I'm just seeing all the people on Twitter, like, oh my God, who gives a shit? Who cares? Like, you know, so he got the information wrong on the podcast about, like, you know, it being criminal versus, you know, just civil. Like, dude, he doesn't pump our bags. He's not he's not in our ecosystem. Like, he's got Cardano to worry about, right? Like, he needs to pump Cardano. And so whatever. I don't care, man. I really don't. Hi Ho Hex. What up? How are we doing over there? Hi Ho Hex. Hope everybody's doing well. Our community got nasty with him on Twitter, so he gets a pass for his responses there. Yeah, I mean, our community loves to lash out, right? And you know, and he did have information that was wrong on his podcast. I don't buy into the lashing out, the toxicity, you know, giving back the toxicity. If he's wrong and he's, you know, being disingenuous to us on purpose through his messaging, I'm not going to go on Twitter and lower my vibrations and lower myself to his level and be toxic back. Right? It's just not how I operate. And that's, I hope, how most of you guys here who come to the DeFi Crypto Alliance show, our tribe, don't operate either. It's just you don't want to be on those vibrations. You want to be, you can be positive when you're responding. You can let them know, hey, this is not criminal, this is civil, and come from a positive light. But yeah, unfortunately, we do have a lot of people in our community who are toxic, not only with the outsiders, but also insiders, and I don't buy into any of it. So it's like those guys, whatever they want to do. Those also the guys who Jeep their bags too, man. I swear. Bang, bang. What up, Crypto Compassion? Sal, the crypto fool. What's going on, man? How are you doing out there? Have you given that liver detox a go through yet? Man, I'm going to do it when I get back to Puerto Rico. I'm going to start getting on the liver detox again, kind of flush out the organs in the body. Out here on holiday for the last month, ate a lot of garbage. Even last night, man, there's this Philly cheesesteak place here in AZ, man, that is just amazing. And I overconsumed the entire thing and then some. And I need some flushing of the body when I get back. But I also ran 5 miles first thing at 6 o'clock this morning outside. It was like about 38 degrees out there, and it was cold. So I even had to put my ski gloves on to run outside, but it was amazing. Help flush out all those toxins and get the body back in sync. So when I get back to the island, because once I'm back to the island, man, the diet is going to be on point. The exercise I've kept on point since I've been out here. I didn't let it go. But the diet, when you tune back in a little bit, as soon as I get back to the island. High vibes only, Hexakins, man. Hex Monkey, I would agree with that. And you've always been a man of high vibes and good messaging. I loved your messaging in the Hex conference. That was awesome. I can't remember the guy who you were on with, but it was kind of super cool. You guys did interview style where he came up and he was asking you questions about, basically the toxicity in the community. And man, you had just an amazing message. If you guys did not watch Hex Monkey's segment in the Hex conference, I'd highly recommend going over there and checking it out. It was a very positive message, and I resonated with the entire segment, man. So thank you very much for everything you do with the community. I know you don't have your own show. You could, man. You could do your own show, bro. You're well known enough and you got enough good things to say where you could pop in maybe once or twice a week on a show, your own show, and keep delivering the good word about, positivity, high vibes, Hex, and everything inside our ecosystem that is awesome, which there is a lot of awesomeness here to be had. And that needs to be screamed out of a megaphone, over and over again to help everybody know, including the loved ones that we have, that this is the best crypto community, period. And there's no other community like it. There really isn't. So we appreciate you, man. We do. The Hex community to chill the F out and be more welcoming others, chains, outsiders, and stop gatekeeping. Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. But that passion, man, too, that cult-like community, that that protectiveness of, if you will, of the temple, that's also what makes it so awesome. But yeah, I wish they would just kind of tweak the messaging, not be so aggressive on the toxicity, and make it more positive. So I can agree with that. Yes, sir. My livers are 1100% working great. I've lost 30 pounds. Wow. Holy crap. Congratulations on that, Sal the Crypto Foo. That's literally adding back in, 10, 20, 30 years of your life. Being overweight as we get older, the one biggest problem that it causes is it causes our A1Cs to tick up. Our A1C is what is the biggest determinator of type 2 diabetes. which is the biggest killer of us as we get older. It's what affects our heart, affects our liver, affects everything. The type 2 diabetes is an absolute silent killer. Most Americans don't even know they have it because most Americans don't know to go get checked. And so literally like cutting back that weight, you're enabling your body to work more in homeostasis, more in sync, and you can live just so much incredibly longer and be happier and feel better. So it's awesome. I love it, man. I had to start thinking about living to 100 years old plus. That's it, man. That's it. And with medicine, so so the way humans have lived up to this point, society as a whole, we have been living under what's called medicine 2.0, which is addressing the problem after the problem's arrived and trying to like troubleshoot the problem after it's already here, right? And so medicine 3.0 is addressing the problem before it happens, fixing the issue before it happens. And that can be done mainly through exercise, diet, peptides, and obviously supplements. And so these are the ways to kind of get in front of the issues to allow us to live to 100, 105, 110, 120, maybe 150 with, today's modern day and age of what, is coming to light with the peptide work and supplement work and just knowing what we can do to help the preventive maintenance. Man, I think 150 will be very doable by the time we're 100. So by the time we're 100 years old, we're going to be light years ahead, and there might be an opportunity for us to live that long if we took care of ourselves now. And that also means, guys, taking care of ourselves mentally and spiritually, and going on and being toxic to everybody is not taking care of yourself mentally, spiritually, which will also affect you physically. So just keep that in mind as we're moving along. Archie S. Afternoon, Corey. No, it's afternoon where you're at. In Puerto Rico, it's afternoon. It is morning here in Arizona. So it'll be back to afternoon on Saturday for me when I fly back to the island. Super excited to get back to work and get out there and get really dialed in. Again, it's going to be a lot of fun. I've been on the holiday for a month now, and it was absolutely awesome to do so. I got a lot of great memories with loved ones when, doing Christmas, doing New Year's, and it's been awesome to be out here at AZ. Open mic on the shit show if you want to join 10 a.m. PST 1 hour from now. Man. I might drop in because I think I'm open at that time. What do? Do you just drop the link in the chat, kind of like how we do here on the open mic show? If you do, I'll tune in and then I'll grab that link and maybe I'll pop in and I'll say hi. That'd be great, man. That's good to know. That is good to know. And thank you so much for streaming, get the good word. You also have a very positive message that you bring into our community. And so I'm super stoked to see streamers come to the light who have a very positive outlook on life, a very positive outlook on this community, who is not being toxic and, falling into all the FUD and negativity on Twitter. Twitter, man. You guys can program Twitter to show you what you want it to show you, right? Like, for example, when I go on Twitter, man, like half the stuff the feed is showing me is health stuff. Like I learned new exercise like reps to do at the gym from Twitter. It's crazy. I love it. So I actually learn when I get on Twitter because the algorithm knows what I want to see. Because if I see something that I don't want to see, I tell it, hey, don't show me this. And you could even, if you wanted to, like if you wanted to follow, obviously if you wanted to see the content from the people you follow, you could go to that section of Twitter and go, show me only people I'm following. And then you're not going to see all the people who are being toxic, even though they're being toxic in our community around Hex and Pulse. You don't have to feed that to your brain if you just go to that setting. So little hack there. Andre.hex1, respect the commitment. Yeah, man. That's because you got to see the grander vision, have the faith, know where we're going, see the big picture. I've been able to take a step back and understand and look for the clues of the puzzle. For example, and now I can talk a little bit about this because he's been a little bit more vocal about it, but I had Nuclear Herbs over at my house on Saturday. Him and his wife and another Mexican, human hex trafficker. He was over here also, and my wife made Chinese hot pot, which is a lot of. It's really, really good. If you guys haven't had it, you guys gotta have it. It's so good. And talked about the whole SEC thing and why it's being delayed as far as the decision is being made with Auntie Carol, her baking those Christmas cookies. They're coming a little bit late because she has to be very articulate and right and basically an ironclad response if the response is going to be something that is unfavorable to a certain government organization who might not agree with her decision and might want to appeal it. And she wants to make sure that her decision is ironclad in the way if it's appealed that there's no case, right? Because she's got her career that she's got to worry about. She has to worry about her reputation, and that would hurt her career and reputation if it got appealed and was appealed, if the decision was made in the favor of that organization. So if it was, it's clean and simple as like, hey, SEC, you get to go ahead and go to trial and you have jurisdiction. Literally, the judges have a template made up where they just plug the names in and say, okay, go on your merry way. It's an easy decision. There's nothing to think about. And we probably would have saw a decision within like a couple weeks to a month after that court date. So very insightful information from Nuclear Herbs. He's been talking about it on Twitter now, so I can talk about it. I didn't want to talk too much about it after I had dinner with him because, it was like, I want to make sure he's the one spreading the message, not me. So, because we don't give financial advice on here, even though it's not financial advice, it's just coming from a third party. And so he's got the professional experience, though. The acumen, if you will, the attorney, the law acumen, attorney world to speak to this. I do not. So, which is awesome. It's awesome that we have somebody like that in our community to be able to help us ground ourselves. Once again, take a step back, see the greater picture, put the puzzle pieces together, because we have someone like that, telling us the truth about the law, telling us the truth about everything that's going on, including he's been doing a lot of like investigation and almost like journalism work with the Interpol FUD. And he found that like the detective over there is saying there's no public information with all this, the FUD that we've been seeing, right, from these news articles and stuff. And so that's a very interesting thing to think through. If there's no public information, then how do all these articles get written about, RH being on the run and his watches being seized and, and him, beating up some 16-year-old. What? Like, where is all this coming from if there's no public information? So something to think about. I don't know. Once again, the whole Interpol thing, we have a lot of evidence, and thanks to Sami on this one, a lot of evidence of, them being very disingenuous about the people that put on there for other ulterior motives, aka money. So more stuff to think about. This decision that we're waiting for will really shine a lot of light on the whole entire ecosystem, right? I really believe that. Once again, not financial advice. So we will see what happens. Yo, Mackie, what is going on, my good man? Good to see you're still streaming. I need to step away and clear my mind with all the recent fun. Man, there is nothing wrong with that. If you guys got to take a break from Twitter, if you guys got to take a break even from the streams, just from the ecosystem as a whole, and go out, touch some grass, do it. Absolutely do it. I unplug once in a while too and go out and enjoy my life, right? I've taken a lot of days off from streaming since I've been out here in AZ. So that way I can spend time with family, if I can do the holiday thing and not think about crypto, right? Like this is not, my entire life. Right? I love crypto and I love the space. I love the community, but it's not what Corey is all about, right? It's a piece, it's just a piece. So it's not my identity. And so it's just, something I'm very passionate about. But yeah, you got to disconnect sometimes, man. You have to. And you want to go out there and live life, especially and the best time to do that is on, times when there's red candles and when there's FUD and when there's people from other ecosystems, talking some garbage, right? Just step away instead of being toxic back, which that doesn't work, right? Instead of being toxic back, just like, you know what? I'm just going to unplug for a while. Man, that is the healthy way to go about and carry yourself during this crypto journey of yours, where remember, you're on a wealth creation journey and you don't want to let what other people think about us and our community and this ecosystem alter the decisions that we make inside this space. They don't feed our families. They're not on this wealth creation journey with us. They are not us. So disconnect, go touch some grass, how they like to call it in crypto. For me, touching grass is sometimes going camping in the mountains. It's snow skiing. It's hanging out with my loved ones. That is my touching some grass to disconnect, unplug, reset, get rebalanced to who I am, what I'm here for, to see the greater picture, think about the things that are going in a positive manner towards our ecosystem. There's a lot of positive things going on in our ecosystem. We don't want to buy into all the FUD. Once again, the guys who create the FUD are the ones self-sabotaging themselves and their bags. They jeet their bags because subconsciously they don't want success. They're not in tune or in line. They don't love themselves and want the abundance that the universe has to offer them. So they self-sabotage themselves subconsciously by going on and buying into the toxicity, buying into the FUD, being the ones who create the FUD, and they jeet their bags. Like, let them do that. And it's fine if you want to jeet your bags, go and find another purpose in life and be positive with that purpose. If you stick around and be negative and toxic after you jeet your bags, the only person you're hurting is yourself. Period. Point blank. That's the only person you hurt when you do that. You're not going to hurt me. You're not going to hurt the diamond hands who are here. People like Yo Mackie, people like Crypto Compassion, Hex Monkey, Sal the Crypto Foo, all the guys here in this chat. You're not going to hurt us because we know how to carry ourselves and position ourselves mentally to move forward because we see the greater picture. So these guys who are on the internet doing this, man, yeah, disconnect, and that's the best way you can be mentally stable yourself because we're human. We are human. And my daughter in the background, we are human and we get affected by this if we allow ourselves to be affected by this. So that's the biggest point. Even like during the SEC FUD, I've told you guys this multiple times. The guys who kept me most stable during that time who I was watching was the ones who were very positive, was Sami and Randy Holarski. Those are the guys who I was watching. They were continuously streaming through all the FUD in a very positive light. And so that's also who you want to find. You want to find people who are bringing a light into the community, gravitate towards them, their messaging, listen to them, pick the content that you absorb because we are the creators of our reality, okay? And we want to only let in the positive messaging in our community, in our world, because it affects us. It does. We're human, man. We're human, but we got to control that because our environment makes up who we are. Our environment is our reality, and who controls the environment? You do. Remember, extreme ownership, extreme responsibility. Everything in your life up to this point is your fault, whether it be good or bad. Okay. The decisions you make, the relationships you have with your loved ones is your fault. Is it are they good relationships or are they bad? Okay. The money you have in your bank account is your fault. You have a lot of money in there or you have no money in there. Why is that? Start thinking some of the decisions you've made in your life have extreme ownership. Have extreme ownership. And that also includes who we listen to as far as streamers, who we follow on Twitter, what we say on Twitter, what we comment on, who we're being toxic or who are we shining light on is your fault. 100%. 120%. So keep that in mind as you're carrying yourself through this crypto journey. But I definitely wanted to come on today and it's going to be a short one just because, I have a busy day today, wrapping things up. Before I leave back to the island, we're super excited to get back to the island. But Crypto Compassion, I think I will hop on your open mic. That's going to be a lot of fun. It should be about 45 minutes from now. I will see if you drop the link there and come and join you guys for a few minutes. And then tonight, guys, also, Hex Conference. I'm on at 9 p.m. Arizona time. It'd be, I think, 11 p.m. EST, if I'm not mistaken. Time zones get so messed up with me, man, because I'm in Arizona, I'm in Puerto Rico, and then so everyone in crypto is in some different time zone, and it's I get confused. So, yeah, we can barely hear the kids. No words. Oh, okay, yeah. It's I don't have an office here in Arizona. I do in Puerto Rico, so it's a lot easier to do streams. And but guys, on that note, I am going to hop out of here. You guys, I want you guys to have an awesome day today. Try to take what we talked about today. Go out and touch some grass, disconnect from Twitter, disconnect from maybe some of the streams, especially if they're toxic streams. And try to figure out which guys to follow, which guys to listen to, and you want to follow guys who bring light into this community. I mean, that's it. And and who gives a shit what Charles thinks? Stop giving a shit. That's it. You do you. That's it. Don't care about what anyone else thinks. That is one of the most important lessons I learned in being an entrepreneur. Like I said, when I became an entrepreneur, I lost a lot of friends. And I know a lot of entrepreneurs that lose family members. They lose wives, right? Or husbands because their wife or husband doesn't believe in their vision and their dream. Okay, this is the exact same thing. This is no different. You have to let those people go. So they're holding you back. You are meant for massive abundance. That's why you're put here on this earth. So, all right, guys. Well, smash the like and hit the subscribe on your way out. Also, remember, if you want a 10x your portfolio in the bear, which we're kind of in right now with this pre-inauguration dip, all part of the cycle, all you got to do is 10x the value you bring to your fellow community, your fellow man, your fellow woman. Bring that value back into crypto, then you can 100x your freaking life and change the trajectory of your family tree. Break those chains. These chains here, the curse of mediocrity, the curse of the 9-to-5, the scam 401k, and set your lineage free forevermore. So, guys, I'm going to get out of here. You have a beautiful day. I will see you maybe in the shit show, and I'll definitely see you tonight at the HES conference. Who cares if you like who's making the HES conference? You don't got to like them. Come and support Hex. Support your favorite streamers. That's what's important. 136 of you guys watching. Smash the like and subscribe on your way out. And I will see you mañana. We are doing open mic tomorrow, most likely 90%. We're going to have open mic tomorrow at the same time, same place. See you.